Hello friends. In the previous session, we have seen couple of editing options for point, line and polygon. Those were the basic editing options. In this session, we are going to talk about advanced editing options for line features. Let us start with the project that we have created. If you remember, in the previous session, we have digitized the rail network for a particular area. You can see all the rail lines digitized with the yellow color, and behind that we have a satellite image. Now let us see what are the different advanced editing options available with our GIS Pro. So to start editing, you remember what we have to do is come to edit menu, and then you have to select whether you want to create, modify the feature. So here what I'll do is I want to modify the feature, so I'll select this feature. So I'm selecting a line feature. So this particular railway line has been selected. Now what I want to do is I want to move that feature. So here in the tools panel you can see there is a move option. Apart from that there are multiple options, but right now I'm selecting move option. So I want to move this feature. Now what I have to do is I just have to pick it up and then move it. You can see it is showing me with a dotted line where it will be placed. So I want to place it somewhere here. I can align it properly and then I just have to release it. And when I just click outside, the feature will be moved from its original position and it will be placed at the new position that we have moved. So let it modify the feature. And now you can see this is the new position of the feature. Right now the feature is selected. Now if I want to scale the feature, then I have a scale option. So for that, first of all I have to select the feature. So I'm selecting the line feature and I just want to scale it up. So let me bring it to the center. Now I want to scale it. So I have selected the scale option. I can select the same option from here also. Now it is giving me the scale handles. You can see on all sides it has scale handle. I can drag it from here or here. I just have to drag it so it will be scaled. You can see when I release, the feature will be automatically scaled. I just have to click outside. So old feature will be removed and new feature will be placed. So this is how I can scale the feature. Anytime during the editing, don't forget to save the editing by clicking this save button. So what we have seen is how to move the feature, how to scale the feature. Next option is edit vertices. By chance I have done the digitization and I want to make some minor adjustment. What I can do is I can edit the vertices. So I can just select the feature and then click on this edit vertices option. So all the vertices that are available with the feature will be visible. Let me switch off the satellite image for time being so you can see the vertices clearly. There are 4 vertices, first, second, third and fourth. Now I can move this vertex. I just have to pick it up and move it. Okay, similarly I can pick this up and move it. In between, this is a straight line, there are no vertices over here. So if I want to enter a vertex somewhere, right click any part of the line segment and click add vertex. So a vertex will be added and you can modify the shape of the feature using that vertex. I can add as many vertex as per requirement and I can modify the shape. You can see, just click outside to finish and click on the save button. So this new feature shape will be saved into your database. Let me just switch on the satellite image. So this is how you can even modify the vertices. Let me just switch off satellite image. Now I have selected the feature and then I want to continue from here. How do I continue? Right now it is in edit vertex mode. So how do I continue digitization? Here there is option. If we go there, in the drop down there is option continue feature. As soon as I click there, it will allow me to continue from where I left. So you can see now I am able to add some more component, some more line segment from where I left. So I can just click on digitizing and you know where to finish. When you have digitized the last vertex, You have to click F2 on your keyboard, or you just right click and there is the option finish. There is a shortcut for that, F2. So finish. So this line segment has been digitized, and this is a continuous line segment. It is not broken because we have continued from the last vertex. Now you may ask, if I want to continue from the first vertex, not from the last vertex, then what to do? There is a simple option. Select the feature, click on the edit vertex. Now this red is the last vertex, and if I select the option continue feature, it will start from the red only. It cannot start from the first vertex. So what is the solution for that? It is very easy. Just right click, and then here there is the option reverse direction. As soon as I click that, you see now first vertex has become the last vertex, and now if I select the option continue feature, I can continue digitization from my first vertex. Okay, so now you can see I can continue digitization from this point. I have digitized the last point and just press F2 on my keyboard. So my entire feature has been digitized, and this is a single feature. If I just clear this selection, if I use select button and click on the feature, it is continuously a single segment. So this is how I can digitize a line segment. Now during the digitization, I want to split the line segment. Let me show you how to split the line segment. For example, you have digitized this particular line segment. It is a continuous line segment, and let me measure. You can go to map menu, and here there is a measure option, right? So you can measure the length of this segment is, let me see in meters. Yes, it is in meters only. It is 8,100, approximately 7,000 meter. Now I want to divide this into 1,000 meter each. What should I do? So there are two options. Go to edit menu. One option is split. So you can split the feature manually. So you just click on that, and then you have to draw a line from where you want to split. So I am drawing a line starting from here to here. Double click. So based on the intersection, it will be split into two parts, you can see. And now when I clear the selection, and now when I select the feature on the map using this select option, if I select this, it is a small segment which has been selected. You can see on the map, it is a small segment which has been split. If I click this, it is another segment. So you can see that earlier it was a one continuous feature. Now it has been split into two. Again, I have selected this feature. I can select the split option. I can draw a line. As soon as I select the split option, my cursor will change. I can draw a line, double click. Again, it will be split based on the intersection. This is part 1. This is part 2. So it is a splitting feature. And now it is divided into two different parts. Let me just clear selection and show you again. If I select this part is selected, and if I select this part is selected. So you can see it has been split into two different parts. So this is how you can split the feature one by one. Now instead of splitting this feature one by one, I want to split this particular feature at one go at a predefined length. So now let us again measure the length. So let us come to map menu, measure. Now starting from here till this point, it is roughly 4,500 meter. Now let me just close this thing. Now I want to divide this line segment of 500 meter each. It is 4,500 meter. I want to create segments of 500 each. Let us see how to do it. Go to edit menu, come to option divide. Now here it will open up a box asking us how to divide. Let us see. So it is asking us how to divide. You can define based on the distance, equal part or percentage. I am saying that I want to divide based on the distance, and then from the start of the line, so it has already been defined, then it will divide based on the start of the line, and the distance I would say 500 meter, and now I want to divide. So from the start of the line it will take 500 meter and it will divide. Right now it has created only one section of 500 meter. Now I want to create multiple sections of 500 meter each. So what I want to do is I want to select equal parts, and number of parts, it is roughly 4000, so I would create 8 parts, and then it will create 8 parts of equal length, and I will say divide. So now internally it will play the algorithm and it will divide this line segment into 8 equal parts. So here it has done the job. Now I'll clear the selection, and now if we see, if I select the feature, you can see these are all different segments. They are divided into different equal parts. So this is how you can use either a split function or a divide function based on your requirement. You can divide based on the distance you provide, or you can divide equal segment, number of segment of equal distance based on your choice. Now next option is you have divided this thing. Now you want to merge all these line segment. Right now if you see, all these are different individual line segment, right? Now by chance you want to merge them and make it a single line feature. What can you do? So select all the line features that you want to merge. So I am using this select option, and using the shift button I am selecting all the line segment that I want to merge. So let me select all the line segments. All the line segments are selected. Now I will go to merge option. So here is the merge option. I'll select this merge option. Here I just have to click merge. Based on the selection, all the line segment will be merged. If I clear the selection, and now when I select the line segment, you can see entirely it is a single segment. Earlier it was different pieces of line segment, now it is a single segment. So what we have seen is how to divide, how to split, and lastly we have also seen how to merge. Now at the end we have one more important point to learn. Let me zoom it here. Sometimes when we are digitizing line features specifically, if we are not keeping the snapping on, most of the time we digitize overshoots and undershoot. Let me show you how. Here we have done digitization with snapping, so there is no overshoot or undershoot, but let me show you. If I select this line and if I say modify, I want to edit vertex and I'll extend it here. So this is a kind of a overshoot. Let me just clear the selection. You can see this is a overshoot. We don't want this extra segment, but because our zoom scale was not proper, snapping was not enabled, there is a overshoot. How to remove this extra component? So what we have to do is you just have to select the feature that you want to trim. Remember, you have to select the feature that you want to trim, and then from this drop down you have to select extend or trim. After selecting extend or trim feature, you have to define whether you want to extend or trim. Because we want to trim down this part, I will select the trim option, and then you have to just click on the other line segment based on which you want to trim. So I'll just click on this yellow part because I want to trim this part up to this point. So I'll just click on this. System will automatically understand and it will remove the extra part and it will exactly snap. You have seen that extra part has been trimmed and now my line is perfectly aligned. Similarly, if there is an undershoot, let me show you somewhere. If by chance there is an undershoot, Let us see if we have some undershoot over here. We don't have undershoot fortunately, but let us create the undershoot then. So what I will do is I'll clear the selection. I'll use the select button and I will select this feature and I will use the move functionality and I will move it slightly away. So now when I click outside and clear the selection, you can see there is a clear undershoot. Undershoot means ideally it should have snapped here, but there is some gap. There is a gap between the feature. So what I will do is to bridge this gap, first of all I have to select the feature which I want to extend, and then I should select the function extend.trim, and within that function I should select extend this time because I want to extend this feature, right? Up to what point I should extend? So I just have to put a cursor over this yellow feature. You can see system has automatically shown us the preview with gray line that it will extend up to this point. Once I click on this yellow line, system will automatically extend and it will snap it properly. Now if I clear the selection, you can see the line has been extended. So this is how you can do the data cleansing and you can remove the errors or issues if there are any in your digitization. So today we have seen some advanced editing options available for digitization of a line feature. What we have seen is we have seen move, we have seen scale, we have seen edit vertices, extend and trim, continue feature, reverse the feature. We have also seen split and divide options. With all these options, digitization is more productive, more effective, more accurate. I hope you are able to understand this. Thank you and have a great time.